like it. All right, sorry. A big fat booty. It's in the way.
What is that song? I don't know. There's another song, but now I'm thinking,
This big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Giving big booty girls confidence everywhere. Oh, shoot. Okay.
all right. So,
Oh, God, I blanked. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Woo! Hey, hey, I'm Sunny,
I'm Ratchet.
and we're here to talk about the back to school days.
Fiasco.
Yes, the
Back to school.
craze.
Fiasco.
Yeah.
Craze.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You know, as a teacher, I used to get really excited about it, but now like now as a mother, and the more kids, being piled on there, like the more stressful it
Yeah,
gets.
you went from 1 to 4.
What happened? And don't say you don't know how it works, because I only birthed one.
Well, you see.
They are all mine, though. Oh, man.
And it's a joke I always say too.
Mhm.
You know, like I had one, I wanted to stop there, but they just kept coming.
Right.
I did birth all 4 of mine.
Well, good for you. You claimed them all.
I do claim them all. They're all mine.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and ugly. They're
Yeah.
all mine.
Oh, man.
Not that my kids are ugly. I I reproduce very, very well. My kids are
Beautiful babies. Yeah, yeah. Pretty lucky in that
Procreate.
department, too.
That's the word I
Yeah.
was looking for. Procreate.
Yeah.
But I can say all of my kids are grown. Like I don't have any more kids in school anymore. I do have grandbabies in school. However, it was difficult with 4 of them. So you have my sympathies. Getting all 4 kids up and ready for school.
Yeah.
The whole fashion trends. Oh, and then let's not talk about the whole, like uniform. Well, honky, because then you got to buy 2 sets of new clothes.
Right. Right. Yeah. All of that. Fortunately, so this coming school year, I will only have one kid in uniform. Our youngest will still be at a uniform school, but um, it's going to be really different, because I do have a high schooler that can drive, so I don't have to worry about him, other than being like, get up. But so but it's a senior year, so that for me as a mom, that's really intense. I'm like,
That is
I don't want to
intense.
miss all the things. This is the last go round. Like, what are we going to do?
All of it.
Yeah.
And then you get told no. And then they're like, but wait, it's just last year.
I know. Like, he's never wanted a yearbook. So I'm like, well, I guess I won't spend the money on it because it's really expensive and he doesn't want it. But I'm like maybe he should have one for his senior year and stuff. I was telling him, I was like, I really we need to do all the things. This is your senior year. We need to do all the things. So there's that. And then I have a daughter who is starting high school. And so my 2 high schoolers don't get along so well. So we'll just see how it goes, because they'll be at the same school.
Siblinghood.
Yes.
Get used to it.
Yep. Sibling rivalry. It's a thing. But she's starting a new school for her, because she was in middle school last year. And so there's a lot around that. And so one of the things that's been an adjustment for me, so she is Black, and there's a whole lot that comes with the whole hair scene with that. Like if she wants to get hair done, and she wants to have like braids and stuff, and that it takes a long time. You gonna do her braids for her?
I will do your braids.
I did her braids, but I got like my knuckles got swollen. I don't know if I have arthritis or what, but trying to hold and make those tiny braids. Wow.
I do have arthritis. It may take me a while, but I can do it.
Yeah. Well, I did it once. I was like, I know how to braid. I can do this once. And then afterwards, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have to save up for someone to do your hair. I'm not doing that again. My hands were swollen for
Did
days.
you add the hair in or just did you braid them?
Yeah, so what she likes is knotless braids, which is particularly difficult and takes a long time, especially because she likes small knotless braids. And I have learned so much about hair through this daughter of mine. But anyway, so that's a whole thing, like budgeting for the hair. Um, she likes to do her nails, so she's trying to save up for that as well. Like it's a whole she is the bougie one
I
in the
don't
family.
think that is a color thing. I think that's just a teenage girl thing.
Oh yeah, no. The hair was the
Oh,
hair was
okay.
the color thing. The nails that's everybody. I want to get my nails done before school. Like we really have 5 people preparing for school startup because I've got to figure this out too, right? Got to do the hair, got to do the nails. She's got to do the hair, got to do the nails. And then there's our next daughter,
Mhm.
who is not high maintenance at all. Like she just now this summer, I like has started having any interest in wearing makeup, and she's going to school. It's not necessarily uniform, like she'll have to have the shirts, but she can wear whatever jeans or whatever on the bottom. So a little bit better than the like full on uniform
Yeah.
of my youngest, who is in elementary. He's 9. And so yes, 2 sets of clothes for him. And he is just rough and tumble and comes home with like stains and torn knees and like all the thing. Like
That was my biggest pet peeve is buying those shoes before school started and
yeah.
then forcing them not to wear them because I know they're gonna
Mm,
wear them outside once and they're gonna look like I
yeah,
bought them from a
right.
homeless guy on the street.
Like it is surprising and shocking sometimes he comes home and it's like, what happened to what happened to you? Like you you look like you went through like an elementary war zone. I don't know what happened here.
I remember I would take my youngest boys and I would automatically iron in those
Oh, knee patches.
knee patches.
Oh, what a good idea.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Honestly, it's a
Because
good idea,
it didn't
but
help.
I've
It
got
didn't
too
help.
much stuff on my plate. I'm just gonna, but I really like that idea. If I had one kid, I would do it. Not 4.
Well, you have two boys. I had two boys,
Yeah,
so I did that with them.
yeah.
Um,
See, but
Saved, but my oldest son was kind of like your oldest daughter.
mhm.
Like he was very particular on his
Mm,
schooling, his outfits, his clothing. Like it had to be very particular. He was very expensive.
yeah.
So he got like one outfit versus the other kids got a
Well,
week's worth.
right, because the older they are, the name brands become really important. The
Mm.
appearance becomes important. So my oldest, my son, he is really expensive. Now I have to say, he is so different from my younger son because he didn't tear up his clothes. Like, he was very particular. He didn't like to get messy. He didn't, like to get him to really actually get his hands in there and do paint or like whatever. Like if he had spilled something on himself, that would have been the end of his world. You know, our youngest tough guy, I think he had like Kool-Aid, red Kool-Aid spilled all down the back of his shirt. And it's like, what happened? Like, what? And he's just unfazed, like whatever. He still wears that shirt. Like my son, my oldest, his life would be ruined if he had to wear that shirt again. If it happened in the first place, if he had to wear that shirt again, even at that age. So it really is so different. But yes, I buy less for him because he keeps it nice, but I also buy the things I get are more expensive as well.
Yeah, like when he decided he wanted, his particular clothes, like he didn't want to go to like Target, Walmart, and all stuff like
Mhm.
that. And I'm a Target, Walmart kind of mom.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, where do you want to go? And he wanted to go to this specific shop. And I'm like, where the shirts were like 50 some odd dollars by themselves. Like just a plain t-shirt was like 50 some odd dollars. So I'm like, okay, well here's your money.
Mhm.
Have fun. Like that's your budget. Whatever you
Mhm.
get, that's it.
That is one nice thing with my son, my
Mhm.
oldest. He's at the point, yeah, I gave him some I went ahead and gave him some money just
Mhm.
this week and said, "This is your budget. So if you feel like you need a new backpack, this pays for the backpack. If you need a new pair of shoes, this pays for the shoes. Like, you know
Mhm.
what you have, you know what you need, make it work in this budget." And I know that he's financially responsible enough that he will.
I don't know if I could say the same. I just wasn't gonna fight with him. I wasn't gonna fight with him because he was kind of like your son. Like he was so particular that if he saw another person wearing like his same shirt, he wouldn't wear that shirt again.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I was like, "Do you, boo? I got you. This is the money I'm
Mhm.
giving you. Whatever else, I don't know what to tell you."
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Get a job.
but my girls were so different in that stage. Like he was my I don't want to say like he was more work
Mm,
in that area. Like my girls were tomboys.
mm,
In fact, we fought with them just to even wear dresses. My youngest
mm,
daughter, it was so funny. Like she liked her princess dresses.
mhm.
Like Belle was her favorite, but she would use that and she would take her brother's toys and go play in the mud or climb trees. Like they were just all my kids are completely different, and I value them all. Just
I was a tomboy like that, Yeah. And plus, like, I have to get like, if I wear a skirt, I've got to have shorts underneath. And it's not just because I'm an older woman trying to avoid thigh rub. It's like I just like wearing pants. It's just more comfortable for me. I just like to have the pants on.
mhm.
Dresses look pretty, but I feel like I think especially in my job though, it makes sense to wear pants. I'm not my work has never been a desk job. I'm up and moving around and getting around and running
This
here
is
and there.
completely off topic, but my work requirements are I get to wear my pajamas. I work from home now, and I get to wear my pajamas.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
I don't blame you. I would be mad too. Anyway, so off topic. I
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah. Like, I don't know, like I love my job and I love the energy of getting out amongst people, but also sometimes I wish that my job was more like I could just stay at home and work my PJs some days because like I'm the extroverted introvert. I do get energy from people, but then I need some serious downtime, rest. Don't talk to me. So, but anyways, so that's nice for you that your kids are all grown and you don't have to
Mhm.
worry about getting school supplies and stuff for them and you get to work in your PJs. Congratulations.
Thank you. But I was also like a
I
very
aspire to be you. Anyways, go ahead.
what your youngest is 9, so you've got at least 9 more years.
Stop doing the math. I
And
can't.
that's good.
Is it? Is
9?
it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was good. Oops.
It just sounds like a really big number when you say it like that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, on this side, I'm sorry.
I know though, like I love him. He's so adorable, and sometimes I just catch him saying. So my speed racer's nickname when he was young like that was Hank, and I sometimes find myself calling him Hank, and I feel like I do relive some of the really sweet things I enjoyed about when Speed Racer was younger with Tough Guy. So like there is value, but guys, Mama's tired. Mama's so tired.
Back to school is a job unto itself. And it doesn't start in September. It starts in like I remember I would start getting supplies and as soon as school ended. Like
Mhm.
I know everybody's gonna need notebooks. I know everybody's gonna need new highlighters and new pencils and like I was just
Doing it all at once is super expensive. Yeah.
and I'd always miss like my paydays would never match those Oklahoma's tax-free weekend.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, I was constantly
Yeah.
just getting little things here and there. And then
Yeah.
the shoes were the biggest thing for me though. That was the hardest thing because they were all very excited about their shoes and they want to wear their shoes.
Mhm.
And you gotta say no because they're gonna destroy those shoes and then they're gonna want new shoes.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, I was not cut out for 2 new pairs of shoes.
No, like for real though. For real. Like and like at our school, there's a big push for if you're going to take PE, you need to have shoes that are gym shoes aside from the ones you wear around. And it is to protect the floor, the
Mhm.
life of the gym floor. Like I get that it serves a purpose. I get that it's expensive to refurnish that floor, and I do understand that our PE teacher has a very valid point. I just think from a parent's perspective, ugh, another thing like that, you have to have 2 pairs of shoes if you're gonna have a pair of school shoes and a pair of gym shoes, and that's hard,
It is hard,
especially
especially with
with well,
kids in sports.
yeah, kids in sports, so there's that. We have a lot of Hispanic families, which a lot of them have many children. We're not talking 2, we're not talking 4, we're talking, like, 7 or 8 kids. It's like, how get off her.
Sorry, that was rude.
I mean, okay, so like it's their choice. I'm just saying, like, there's a big difference, So I spent quite a while as a single mom, and there was a huge difference between getting all the things for one kid and four.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like, yeah, it's like even just that number, like,
And the
it's
Kleenex. I just remember that list. Oh my gosh.
there's never enough, and yet they ask for so much. And here's the crazy thing, though, is that a lot of times the reason that there's not enough Kleenex is because you're just trying to teach and do your job. And, you know, Bobby Joe's over there making a Kleenex pillow. And it's like, stop, put the tape away, get away from the Kleenex box, do math. like, like kids have no, especially with the younger kids, they just go through them because they're just like, you know, I don't know, want to do whatever it is, the strange things that they do.
So I know, and you'll see this before this comes out, but we just did a topic on education, kind of.
Mhm.
But and I've already forgot my point. Like I had a whole point and
You
it's
did, you
gone.
were going there, and then I just ran off on you.
It's gone.
Okay, well, okay. So whatever that was, maybe you'll remember it.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be calling you.
Yeah. Just record yourself, add this. But so from an educator perspective and from a parent, there's like I guess a lot of seeing both sides of things.
Mhm.
Like I've worked in districts, especially when I worked in a suburb where um, you had a lot of kids that had families that could afford more. You'd have teachers that were like specifically with their school lists being like Crayola colors, no rose art, well, really demanding like name brand stuff because it would like be better or like they have this system they want to do and it, would really help them out like okay the red folder is the math folder so they have to get a red folder and a purple folder
Okay,
but
we did that.
that they can get so specific with name brands and things that they want and sometimes I'm just like guys if you know this is hard on parents let's
It's
try
also
to
hard on teachers though too.
It is. It's both. It's both. Like I've had things where if I can have the color coordinated folders, it really helps with organization and efficiency with kids that need that. Like if you say get your math folder, they're like, oh, I don't know, what one is it? But if you're like, get your red folder or your red math folder, then they can zero in on it and do the things they need to do. And especially at an elementary age, it's really helpful.
And the homework. That was another thing I didn't miss. Like, oh my, I'm not saying it's not
Mm.
necessarily. I do think it's necessary. However, it shouldn't take 5 hours after school to get homework done.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. And I don't know what your experience was with your kids, but my classroom experience and my experience with my kids is that when we have a lot of homework that we can't get done, it's because, like, for my oldest, it was he probably had a meltdown that day and didn't feel like he could do anything. And now, like, it's like pulling teeth because he's already had this mentally draining day. Uh,
Did you just swallow that gnat? Are you okay? I'm sorry. Do we need a bucket? Do we need some wine? I keep trying to get her drunk.
Oh my God. I had a gnat fly into my mouth,
I'm so sorry.
in my throat. I'm gonna pause this for a minute. I need a minute.
Okay, how you do?
Well, way better that I got my cookie.
So you were in there. If she, I have plants, so I have plants, and that flew into her mouth, and then she almost vomited.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting here playing because you were in there almost vomiting, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Is she gonna be okay?"
Mhm.
And the magic 9 ball was like, "Google it." And then I asked again,
Will you die if you swallow a gnat?
and I was like, "Oh, is Shauna gonna be okay?" And I was like, "And if you would just leave me alone." So the magic 9 ball was
Oh God, that's cookie crumb. I'm suspicious now. I just did the grossest thing.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm scared that the bug is still there.
It's been killed. It's dead.
It's in my digestive tract.
Exactly. Your acids have.
I threw the cookie crumb, and I was like, "Is that the size of a gnat? I've got to get it out."
Guys, I'm not dirty.
Yes, I have gnats too. I've just never had one be like, "I'm just gonna fly straight into somebody's mouth."
I've never had a gnat fly into my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Especially when it's
Oh man. Yeah. I found the scope in your bathroom.
Scope.
The mouthwash
Oh,
scope.
scope,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, not like I didn't scope myself. I didn't put a camera down my throat, but yeah. Ooh. Did some gargling of some minty freshness.
I don't blame you.
Eating a cookie. Oh my god.
Guys, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
Out of water and coffee.
out of water and coffee. Oh my lord.
I know. So, are you ready for back to school?
About as ready as I am to eat a gnat that's flown into my mouth. No. It's a shocker.
I'm so shocked.
I couldn't believe that.
I saw it flying around you, and I was like, no, we're not going to say anything. She knows it's there. It's fine.
Are you joking? I was just, trying to be a professional and ignore it.
Me too. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Apparently, it was a, what are they called? Kamikaze? Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna die today in that lady's mouth.
Ooh.
All right, so back to school
Back to school.
and
Back
too
to
much
school.
homework.
And too
That's, I
much
believe,
homework.
what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my oldest daughter, she was so smart. Like so incredible. She was in like by the time she graduated, she almost had her associates. It was crazy. She's how smart she is.
Yeah.
So she never really had to work hard. Um, I know my son had a more difficult, my eldest son had a more difficult time. But I just remember like with him and my youngest son, it was like pulling teeth. Like homework was exhausting, not only for them, it was exhausting for me.
Mm.
And then the whole core, when that came out, the core math,
Oh yeah.
I literally wrote the teacher back on his paper. I was like, you're going to have to teach me because I don't know how to help him. I don't know exactly what you're needing me to try to show him. And I would show the work that we did because that's how I knew how to do the math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really that is one thing that can be really frustrating is having so we're educators, right? And we've gone to college for this. We've learned how to teach kids. A lot of teachers actually hold masters or even PhDs, which is crazy for what we get paid, but whatever.
You could be ice agents.
No,
They're getting
thank
bonuses.
you. No, thank you.
A joke, obviously.
But, we're so the idea is that you provide educators with curriculum
Mhm.
and you provide standards to create this consistency and make sure that people are learning all the things. Um, but it's really difficult, when you have so I had a way that I taught kids, especially with math, that was really produced pretty good results, right? But so I would teach them how to solve a problem and I would teach different ways, but in the test itself, you didn't have to be a master of demonstrating every single way. You demonstrated whichever way you got there and got the answer. And it was really frustrating because, you get like the curriculum and stuff, and they want kids to master every way that you get there. And that's just not how our brain works. And yeah, so it's really confusing, and the intention of core math was for kids to be demonstrating true understanding, because you can memorize like 4 plus 4 is 8, but do you understand that you have 4 things, and then you have 4 more things, and that makes 8 total things. Now that's a really simplified thing because we're like, "Oh yeah, 4 plus 4 is 8." You can visualize in your head. You had 4, now you have 8. But can you vocalize? Can you put in words why this concept makes sense? If you can, then you're demonstrating a true mastery and understanding. So, like for me, I feel like math is really easy um, because I can there's a lot of things I picture in my head. Like if I'm trying to add or subtract, I might think about kind of uh, you know, like if you were saying like 100 minus 52, what's that? I'm not going to go and say, okay, now 0 minus, 2 and carry and all that. I think, okay, well, half of 100 is 50. We've got 2, so 50, 49, 48.
Exactly how I did it in my head just now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're thinking that, but being able to do that is truly understanding the concept. You didn't just memorize 100 minus 52 is 48. And, like if you don't understand, you just have to memorize these facts with no understanding, and that's not real learning. So that's the intention of core math. But
Are you okay? Because this is something I hadn't
mhm,
considered, I guess. Are you trying to say that there are people out there that will just remember these facts but cannot visualize or cannot understand that if you take 12 and you take 6 of those away, you still have 6?
yes,
That there are people, okay, because I didn't know that. I just
at
assumed.
at a young age. So
Okay.
like a lot of these things are being pushed with really young children. So most of my classroom experience has been pre-K through 4th grade, um, as far as teaching those general subjects. And it really, so like I was a gifted and talented kid, and I excelled and took advanced courses, and that was my story. And I was in classes with other honors kids. And so when I became a classroom teacher, really seeing that it's not like most kids have that level of understanding, and then there's a few who struggle. Like there's just this whole spectrum, and maybe there's a handful of kids that actually are able to do that more complex thinking. Um, and so that translates to later, obviously, in middle school. There's concepts that some kids can actually visualize and explain why it is. And some kids are just trying to memorize what the answer would be, and that's not true understanding,
Okay.
not true mastery of a skill.
I guess I'm just really visual. Everything that I think of, or obviously think of, but like when people are telling me stories, I see it in my head. Like I'm a
Mhm.
visual person.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
And I mean, that's fine. It takes all kinds to make the world go round. Sweet Pea, my younger daughter, Math makes her cry sometimes. She's like, I just want to. She's great at ELA, and she's not bad at math. It just stresses her out. She's like it makes no sense. And I try to sit and work with her and teach her some of my
It's always one or
tricks.
the other, isn't it? It's either you're really good with math or and English
Hmm.
language or whatever.
Hmm.
That's hard. Like for me, I was okay with math. Like
Hmm.
I got math. Numbers were good for me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until like high school that I actually liked language arts.
Hmm. Well, it is so different, right? And I think that so ELA is so subjective, and it's something that there's a lot of interpretation involved
Hmm.
with language arts. Whereas math, there's calculations and there is a right answer to find to get. Like it's definitely much more concrete, uh, objective, and so and people tend to think one way or another,
Hmm.
like loose interpretations and talking it out, words and blah blah blah. And so you can guess which one I'm more comfortable with. Like this is how it is. This is how you find it. I love puzzles. I mean, I wasn't bad. Obviously, I was good at both, but I just had a real strong preference for math and science. So, yeah.
I was not gifted and talented. I didn't make horrible grades, but I
Hmm.
do know that I had to work my ass off
Hmm.
to try to understand. And that was a goal of mine because I didn't want to be I guess that was a big fear of mine. I didn't want to look stupid at school.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I did work up my ass. Work up my ass.
Wow, this is quite a show.
Welcome to back to school.
No, it's different for everybody. So, like my youngest tough guy, he has ADHD and dyslexia, and it's always harder when you struggle to grasp being able to read
Hmm.
because instructions are written. Math has word problems, social studies and history, everything involves reading. So, really, to struggle in that aspect is a lot harder than to struggle in math. Um, but, it takes time to identify, like whether a kid's making progress and to really figure out, how to get that kid the help that they need. So he ended up being held back a year, and it was a good thing, but it hurt him in his heart and made him feel not smart. And it was a lot of reassurance of no, that's not what that is. You learn differently, and we had to learn, how to teach you and stuff. Because he is a smart kiddo, right? He's not stupid. But that was definitely a real struggle for him. And then we have um, Sweet Pea, who's really good at reading and new language arts and was like reading small books in kindergarten, like super good reader, but math makes her cry. And then Queen Bee, she's really smart, really smart. She's an honor student and has all the capability, but isn't always interested.
She's got a very pressing social calendar.
She does, yes. Like that's more important to her, honestly. Really, her social life is more important to her. And then we have Speed Racer, and Speed Racer is he's really so smart, but has struggled to show it on tests because of his getting overwhelmed so easily. Because so he has autism,
Hmm.
and that his third grade, his first standardized test, third grade, I honestly had to have a moment and a cry because they tried everything to prepare him to do small groups and stuff like that. And this kid, he looks and he sees all this stuff because he has to have it like broken up or he gets overwhelmed. And he looked and he saw all that stuff and he at this point was trying to be more funny to mask his upset emotions. He used to just like he would fall out under tables and cry and kick and scream. But in this one, he was upset and frustrated, and he was like, he did start to cry, but then he just like threw his test book across the room and it fell shut. And like, that's it. If it shuts, you're done. And he was like, I'm repeating third grade. I was like, what are you doing? So he just completely messed up the first portion. And then he came back the next day and was able to like I talked to him and soothed him and called him and his sped resource teacher talked with him and the counselor and we just did like a one-on-one session with a teacher he was really comfortable with who just like did read aloud to help help him feel less stress about it. And so under those conditions he did the second half of the test and did amazing. Like he,
Well, obviously enough because he didn't repeat third grade.
no, he didn't. Like we had to actually build a portfolio to show that he was very capable, but just emotionally struggled to perform on tests. And so we put that together, but then we got the test results and he didn't need it because he did so well on the second half that he was willing to just like calm down and function. So they're all very different, but my oldest, he definitely struggles to perform on tests. There's a lot of anxiety there, and so
I know that this is completely off topic, but we were talking about testing and stuff, and for me,
Mhm.
I know I studied and studied and studied and studied and studied, and then like 2 or 3 days before I'd stop. I was like, I didn't care anymore.
Mm,
And then like the day before, I think I would just forget, and then
mm.
that was it. I can't read that entry.
Energy
Energy.
save is on because the power in the battery's low.
Okay.
We have to plug a charger into it.
Where's the charger? Is it not charging?
No, there's not a charger. This is the camera. That's the microphone or something.
Oh, that's right. It did fall when I was moving it.
Okay, you want me to pause this?
I don't care.
Well,
It could just be edited right on out. I was like, I thought I had it in there.
mm.
Can you see it?
Yeah. What's happening here?
Can you not get it?
What is happening?
Oh, okay.
It was pinched.
Okay, got it?
Yeah. Not sure I can get it. I'm gonna do this.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll just hope it won't die. Okay.
Make it a short episode.